Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon, man. Jets in the hand, all the surrounding area. This has been an upbeat week for me, I've had, I went to a beautiful surprise birthday party in Bedford. They even had fireworks for me. And
Isn't that awesome?
You like coconut raspberry cake?
I divorced from that.
It was just so good, and we had such a great time. We talked politics, and we talked about the future and all this other stuff. But we were just so much in the friendliness, and and they were Sue and Corinne and Brandon and Paul Bernstein. I think that's how they pronounce the last name. And there were Tammy and Skip and Jacinda and Matt. Matt used to be our cameraman there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Williams, and a grandparent. We had just had such a wonderful time. And then yesterday, my friend Al Caprillion and I went to Applebee's and had dinner. Awesome. Had a late dinner, and it was awesome. So, and it's just been such a blessing. And now, folks, I got this wonderful gift here. And, a lot of paper.
I was trying to hide it from you, but I saw you peeking earlier.
I couldn't see anything.
I got the confetti you can open.
I don't know if I want to take this out. It's so beautiful. Do I have to share it?
No, I told you to leave it in the car. It's heavy. Be careful.
Oh, look at this, folks. Look at this. We're going to need more counter space if I keep up with all
this.
This
is just something, if anybody has a salt lamp, they can sometimes shed, shall we say, so you should have something under it. So
really? Okay.
Put this for you to, and then there's a little thing here for the cord, so when you unwrap it.
Is there a plug in here?
Not convenient.
Paul, is there a plug in around in here?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
Not convenient, sorry.
We'll have to bring it.
We'll save
Well, I'm going to leave it on there anyway. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. I'm going to cry. I know I am. I always feel.
Wow. Have to
Play a song.
I love you. Happy birthday.
I'm going to be entertained by Luna. call. I don't see the number on there, do you? Well, probably
No.
on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is DeLuna. DeLuna, how are you? Welcome to the show. And we have another beautiful repeat. And she's going to be repeating and repeating and repeating. And if the spirit leads her, Amy.
Major.
Huh?
Major.
Oh, Major, not general?
No, not today.
Not today?
Not today.
Oh,
That's
okay.
her tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow?
The next
Oh, the
marriage,
next one she
apparently.
then she'll be wearing
Hey, I didn't say it. Somebody else told her. I just.
she'll be wearing general stripes, probably. Yeah.
That's
Then she'll
right.
catch the horse or the mule there.
No hitting animals.
Actually, no. Actually, DeLuna, how long have you been playing now?
I've been playing for about 25 years.
How many?
About 25.
Okay. Now, did you take lessons or were you?
No, actually what happened is I was a batik artist at the Ren Fair, well, at many fairs, but mainly the Ren Fair was very big for me. And my partner, when we broke up, he gave me the harp that he had built. And so it was the best thing that was really a wonderful thing that came out from that relationship. And I was going to be touring that winter. And when I pulled the harp out from my car, I just had a little Toyota car and all my art supplies and living supplies to tour. And a friend of mine had a house for rent. And I looked outside and I thought, this place had a great room, it had a fireplace, it had a ghost. It was just a fabulous place.
Sounds like it.
And I thought, this is really what I should do rather than tour. And so I pulled the harp out and I couldn't put it away. I just loved it. Like, I just would play notes and fall in love with each note and feel the vibration and how it affected me. And it's funny though, because my mom came to visit, and she didn't understand me a lot in this life. But she said, "Where's the book?" Well, no, she does now. She's come and told me. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But she said, "Where's the book?" She says, "It's not music unless you have a book."
Yeah.
And so, comes to find out that I did learn how to do it by book also, but it was
Mostly,
very
you know when you
exciting.
learn from? The heart.
Yeah.
The heart, exactly.
The heart.
Spirit.
When you learn it
Yes.
from the spirit. Now, do you write your own music?
I do, yeah. That was a piece that I wrote called Dragonfly.
No, I still have one. In fact, I just played your CD today.
Good.
Now, if they want to get a hold of a CD, how would they get a hold of it?
Sure. Well, they can email me at delunaty@aol.com, or you could also go to my website www.delunaharps.com.
And you're going to be at our event.
And I'm going to be at your event on October 22nd.
We-
I'm excited.
I am so excited that this is one of the biggest events I've ever
This
taken
is going to
on.
be a huge event.
And it's huge.
Wonderful.
And it's huge. When I say huge for me, and it's huge. I've got like 18 meters, 18 to 20 vendors.
That's great.
And then we got people that are going to be I get a new
Presentations.
challenge. My spirit says that, okay, you're going to offer something that you have never done before. And I go, yeah, right. You know what? But I am. We're going to be offering Dick Smith is going to be talking about how to reverse diabetes.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. And then we got Matt going to be doing hypnosis. And of course, our friend here, Sound Healing with Luna. How's that sound? Sound Healing?
Sound healing, yes,
Okay,
definitely,
with Luna.
yes.
And then we got Tuning Forts coming. We got. I'm thinking I want to talk to you about it later. I think that we're going to be doing between 3:15 and 4 o'clock. I'm going to do a mini gallery. What do you think?
Oh, I think that's a
that's
wonderful idea.
fabulous.
Because you can't make it, right?
Oh, I'll be there.
Oh, are you going to be there? Oh, do I have your paperwork, probably?
I'm not sure if you have it yet, but I'll be there.
Oh, okay. Wow, you hear that, folks? Wow.
How can I miss out?
It's going to be a great
gonna be
time.
great.
It really
is.
And if you don't come, you're lost.
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness.
But actually, it isn't for
And
us.
it's at the UU Church. in
Unitarian
Yes.
Universal, yeah.
Yes.
And this is third time?
Third time?
Third time. And you know the strange part on that is every other event I ever had, I went to the hotels. I went to Londonderry. And I went all over it. I never made money for anybody, except maybe enough for one person. I went to one other place. I had an event, and I'm not going to mention names because that's not important. But somehow the animals lost money on that. And that bothered me, and I know they shouldn't have, But I'm happy the way I am. Oh, I forgot to mention, Amy, you want to give us a little background on you, please?
Hey.
I'm on a roll, so
I
excuse
know.
me
I don't
here.
know what I can really say of myself. Rescue medium. That's something that everyone's knowing a little bit about me. Teacher. I'm a regular psychic medium. I'm an author, obviously, with my book Toward the Light. And I am working on so many projects right now. Life is kind of crazy.
Awesome.
I'm really
But in a
excited.
good way.
Crazy good.
Yes.
Crazy good.
But
But
what I want to encourage you to slow down a little bit so you don't get burnt
I
out.
don't slow down.
I'm sorry?
I don't slow down.
Well, when you get burnt
I'm
out.
a Gemini.
Okay. When you get burnt out, you can call me and say, Norm, I'm mom.
Or
Because it does, or Laura.
or
Because
she
it does
sprains her
happen.
ankle or something.
Yeah.
I see something
Do
along
not
that.
And that's a sign for you
I'm
to
just
slow
saying,
down.
but you are taking more care of you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which
okay.
is
Like Dawn Drew,
counterbalancing
she
the
didn't
go-go
miss
I'm
show.
working out.
Yeah.
I'm working out 5
You've
days
lost a
week.
lot of weight since
I
then.
have lost
Yeah,
weight,
and
I'm working.
oh yeah, you had speaking of lot weight, you had a surgery to lose weight.
Yes, yeah. Well, no,
Oh.
I didn't have a surgery to lose weight.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
No.
would you
For
have
cancer.
for cancer? So you beat cancer.
I did.
All
yeah.
right.
Congratulations.
All right,
Yes.
tell everybody about it.
Oh, it was
We're
an incredible
excited.
journey, actually. I love sharing this because to share, a spot of hope, at least for somebody who maybe so many of us know somebody who's going through cancer, and it can be such a drudgery and painful experience. But it was lined with miracles. It was just an incredible experience. And as I look back on it, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Really, it brought me to a place that I feel happier than I ever have been.
That's wonderful.
And just as amazing. And so I was scheduled to have a double mastectomy. And a friend of mine sent me a link about frankincense. And the link said to rub it on your breast and on the bottom of your feet. And I opened up the jar of essential oil, the frankincense essential oil, and I just smelt it and went right to my inner healing temple. It was incredible. I loved it. And then I rubbed it on my breasts, and I rubbed it on the bottom of my feet in gratitude and in love and in joy. Because, so often we forget to thank our bodies for all they do for us,
Oh, quite often.
And
Well, I'm gonna remember. I'm very, I'm very guilty of that.
well, it's something that is easy to forget. We're not taught how to love ourselves. And
Right.
sometimes it takes going through an experience like this, and you're given the option to choose of love, And so I did. I started doing this with the frankincense. And 3 nights after, now I've always followed my dreams. That's always been important to me. But 3 nights after I had this dream, and I won't go into the whole dream, but when I woke up in the morning, it's like, I think I've had a miracle. I better call up my surgeon. I'm not having that double mastectomy. And so I did. I called my surgeon, and she said, well, here's the thing. Why don't you come in for a meeting? We'll talk about it. So anyhow, I ended up having 2 lumpectomies and a sentinel node biopsy. And it turns out that I didn't have the big area that was going to be creating the need for a double mastectomy. So that frankincense, I believe in my heart, deep down inside, that frankincense either gave me the dream to give me the knowledge that I could say no to the mastectomy, or it actually did do a physical thing of eliminating some of the cancer. So I'm just in awe of it. And at the same time, I was really upping my meditation, my nutrition, all of the things of loving my body and thanking my body and realizing more and more how much I am a spirit and I'm not a body. And that indeed, if it was time for me to pass, that it didn't even really matter. What mattered is how I lived each moment. And that was probably the biggest healing of all, because in that process, I was able to release all of the fears that I'd been carrying around. Oh, and speaking of releasing, I had a wonderful woman, Karen Bryant. You should have her on the show sometime. She's a shaman, as
give
well
me
as
a
the
round.
medical
There we go.
doctor.
We're always looking,
She's
right?
incredible. She did one session with me, and I felt like a bowling ball, like full of density, left me. It was incredible. It was fabulous. So I would like to just let people know that there's a lot of choices when you're given that diagnosis. And, it may be time for you to look and change your life and introduce more love for yourself in your life, and to take the opportunity, whether it be for a day or a year or 3 months, you can love yourself. And that's, to me, when we love ourselves and when we live in love, then that's, I feel like I died and came to heaven. And here I am, so that's a
Folks,
really big
there's
message.
a winner.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks.
When you do that,
Thanks.
we'd like to have you speak about that at the event as well, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
And I think it's kind of time for another song. What do you think?
That would be
What do you think?
lovely.
I'm always ready for another
I was
song.
going to say, yeah. Listening to the harp.
We are here with DeLuna, and she's going to give us some beautiful music, and we're just so excited. And you heard her story, folks. Miracles happen every day.
They do indeed.
They do.
Every moment, it's amazing.
Every moment, you're right.
Not to contradict you.
I could never figure out how to do that dangle thing. Could you?
So I was spending some time one summer studying classical Indian music. And I found out about Sarasvati, the goddess of knowledge, the goddess of the arts, the goddess of music. You'll often see her sitting on a lotus with her sitar. My harp is hardly a sitar, but I think that Sarasvati likes it. So there I was, sitting by a riverside, playing for Sarasvati. It was a beautiful day, the water clear and refreshing, my feet in the water as I played. I looked down, and by my feet was a snake. That wasn't anything scary. The snake symbolizes the healer, but also Sarasvati is the goddess of the river and the transformation. The snake symbolizing the transformation. So I thought, how interesting. I wonder, could it be just the music alone, simply the music that the snake likes? Or is it the key that I'm in? So I tried switching. And I looked down, and the snake had darted away. So I thought, let me invite her back and see what happens when I put her back in the key for Sarasvati. enough, she came back and sat by my side for the rest of the afternoon as we both enjoyed all of the vibrations all around us, with the water flowing, the trees swaying, the birds singing, and joy in the air from my harp Rosie.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
You have about 20 women spirits in this room listening to you. Every time we have someone like you or Amy and all the people that are real and not trying to be mean when I say, yeah, I am, I like being mean, but come in. But you bring in a lot of the beautiful spirits with you. We have a lot of them in this building, and they're usually at what, 3 ladies that usually
Three
are here
ladies
all the
and
time.
they're often-
Okay, and you have 3 cats around you.
Of course, I'm the cat lady.
Okay, you know, and you have an archangel that's a female that's a very sacred, very almost like an unknown archangel. Okay, and she's coming forth for you to protect you, and she says that she doesn't want to have only you as her student guide to help you to guide. You know, she wants to help only you because she's not ready to help other people yet.
What's her name?
And then Angelica,
Angelica. I love that.
Sister Angelica.
Oh.
Okay, and she's wearing a habit that comes to here with white, with very light blue, and she has it come up to here. We cannot, nor will we ever be able to see her face.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but she will wear the most beautiful, beautiful spiritual blue gown that comes out here. What they call it, habits, right? No nursing there, so I would. And see, and you're the only, and she has a big gold cross right here with Mother Teresa, or the Mother of all saints, right here. Who's Mother Teresa? Wasn't she the saint over in Africa
Yes.
or India? Well, she's with you as well.
Oh, I love her. Actually, I just got one of her, an app, the Mother Teresa app. You know, we live such a great time. Get all these apps.
Can you agree with that, what I just told her?
I kept getting the name Seraphine.
Oh.
Seraphine as well? Okay.
I'm
I
not
really relate
familiar
to
with
that.
Seraphine, but I would definitely look that up.
Mm-hmm.
And that energy is very strong with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only with her.
Right. I do see the blue. Obviously, the blue energy is all over you.
Yeah.
The calmness is like a
How about
river
you?
Mm-hmm.
flowing.
Mm-hmm.
And I do see stars around you as well.
Well, I am DeLuna.
You are.
You know,
Sometimes they shoot around, you know.
you are going to be doing a lot of traveling.
I am.
And you
Well,
also
you know, when I
know
get my book out, I might be touring with that.
before that as well.
Oh, really?
You're also going to be going to a lot of out-of-body experiences.
Mm.
Don't go too far.
What'd you say?
Don't go too far.
Out of my body.
Oh, she's going to be traveling.
Trip.
Then something. Do you have a passport?
I do, yes.
Then something about Germany.
Germany, interesting.
There's going to be places that you will not expect yourself to be.
Yeah.
Okay, but the spirit already knows.
Oh, interesting. I went to Malta last year, which is where I was born, so
Yeah.
that was really nice. But Germany, I stopped in the airport there. It was great.
You slept in the airport.
No, I stopped in the airport
Oh.
in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? You got a lot going on. You got to slow yourself down so you don't exhaust yourself.
I'm just
Because you're
recovering
like
from
her,
that.
you get really ambitious and really there. And I had to slow. When you get going too, you can really get. Then we have to learn how to slow ourselves down. Believe me, I've had to hit down. Like when Dawn Drew, you know Dawn Drew. Do you know Dawn Drew? She's a beautiful person.
Yes.
She literally had to have a heart problem in order for her to slow down. They put a pacemaker into
What's
her.
that?
Yeah, just before the event, then I saw you at actually about
my
maybe
gosh,
3-4.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
she was
realize
going, and I kept telling her, "You're going to burn yourself out." There are just some things that you don't always want to be right on,
Right.
but there are some things that you have to be. Would you like to express a special comment to the family that your friend there?
Oh, really? No. Many of you have heard me talk about my friend Doug. He was a guest on the show. He had ALS. He did cross this morning. So I do want to send out my love to his family and friends and everybody he knew. He was just an amazing man. He touched everybody's life in a positive and loving way. And
It's really an inspiration just that brief time I met him. He really was.
He defied the odds. He way outlived his life expectancy, and he just said, "Nope, I don't want to go." And he fought the whole way. A beautiful man, though.
Yeah.
Love. I mean.
And the one thing that I have learned about all of this, when we see all these beautiful people that cross over, and we actually talked about this in the car, so I'm going to talk about it anyways. Maybe I don't want your view if you want to view it. And yet we see all these people who could care less about their health, who could care less about other people or themselves.
Right.
And it seems like, am I going through an anger state on this? Yeah. It seems like they're always forever getting in trouble, whatever. They're continuing to live and live and live. But yet beautiful people like Doug, my sister who passed away, and all these beautiful people you see constantly passing away. I get angry. I really do. I get angry when I see all these beautiful people that are working and working hard to stay alive, to work like what you did. You did a miracle because you didn't give up. But I get really angry when I see all these people, and I know I have no right to. And I'm not trying to judge, but I have no right to get angry, but I do. Do you ever feel that way?
I do.
Yeah.
Especially.
So we are human.
Yeah.
We are.
Well, whatever we see in other people, we have within ourselves.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so perhaps you're angry at the part of yourself that doesn't make certain decisions.
I like it. Oh, thank you. I like that. Huh? Yeah, thank you. See, we learn something new every day. Aren't we all students and teachers?
Always.
And when people haven't learned all they should be, or they think they know it all, they haven't learned anything.
Exactly. They don't realize how much there is to learn.
Right. Write that new music. I just got a strong message on that.
Okay.
I also have to tell you that there's a gentleman that has passed away that's so proud of you. Okay? And they want you to continue. Actually, you knew Mozart.
I might do a little bit of Mozart.
But you knew him. The person who Beethoven, right? Who wrote Mozart? Was it Mozart?
Mozart.
Well, it was Mozart.
That's why they
okay.
called it that. Well, his sister also did.
Yeah,
But,
but you knew
she
them in your
wasn't
past life.
famed like
You've
that.
always been a very musical person. You were a headmistress in a music conservatory.
Really?
Oh, you were so mean.
Oh, no.
So now you're making
I try
up
to
for
make
it
up for
today.
it, yeah.
And tell us a little about you, Amy. What you make on the spot, you never know. Your hair, you cut your hair differently.
I did.
I love it.
You did. I walked in and said, "Make it sassy.
Oh.
Give me something fun." You know, when
Nice.
you hit a certain age and you have all these kids to take care of, and then you have the job, and you teach. It's just like, give me something easy, something fun. So yeah, I went in, got new glasses, a whole new look. I'm having fun. Things are good. Things are great. I'm doing a lot of teaching. I keep telling people every chance I get, another door opens up where I'm teaching another class. I do have a
I was
long
going to say, so
lineup.
what are some of the classes you have coming up?
I am teaching. I teach mediumship at the church, Spiritualist Church in Derry, New Hampshire, Tuesday nights. I also do the development circle there normally as well. I'm starting a rescue mediumship circle group out of Circles of Wisdom.
Fabulous.
Yeah, and that class is one of the first ones is tomorrow night, actually.
Good for you.
Circles of Wisdom, 7 p.m. I will be teaching mediumship out of a center in Salem, New Hampshire as well. I'm writing my second book.
Yay.
And everyone's very excited about the second book. It's really, the first book was to really explain what rescue mediumship was, why spirits die, they don't cross, the reasons behind that, where they reside, just a lot of general information. And I've had so many requests. It's like, well, how do I become a rescue medium? Can you teach me? Okay, here you go. Here's my next book. And my next book is to teach people what they need to know. It's to give everybody what I didn't have, which is some sort of guideline to use. when they go in the field.
I'm always interested because I've been blessed with a natural gift of doing mediumship, and when the spirit that I do, I have no formal school education or anything like that. And I'm going to ask you both, because you teach mediumship.
I do not
No,
teach
you
mediumship.
No, you teach auras?
Yeah, I teach
Okay.
people to see auras.
Yeah, and you teach the
That's
mediumship too. And there again, I enjoy doing it. I've been really blessed with doing it as a natural. So when you teach mediumship, now how do you go about this?
Well, there's several different steps that you need to learn. It all depends on if you're working on a beginner level, intermediate, or advanced. So whomever the student is, you have to start with the beginner class, stage 1. Okay, how much do they know of psychic development? How much do they know about their aura, about chakras, about reading energy, their spiritual team on the other side, their own energy and auric vibration, how they connect in with spirit. They have to have just a grounding understanding of what mediumship is as well. What's your main focus? Why do you want to be a medium? You have to understand this is work from your heart, from love, and it's healing. And if you can't come to the table with that type of understanding, it's really not the field for you. So you really have to get a foundation for these people when they're first starting out with mediumship. Find out how much they know, how much they don't know, and start working them up.
And how many classes do you have on that? Okay, how many days for your newbies? I have to call them
We're
newbies,
just
but-
finishing up a mediumship class at the church. We have 2 classes left. The last class, the 12 students will be doing a gallery reading in front of an audience as their last class. Is kind of like a little graduation. I'm so proud of all
And
of
how many
them.
weeks was that?
It's 8 weeks for that particular class. I'm going to be starting a weekly class at the Salem office. They can go to my website. They can go to Facebook to find out more information.
And what is your website?
On amymajor.com.
Easy
Very
enough.
easy to remember. And but the rescue class I'm really excited about because this is one of the first rescue classes in the area. And I'm really proud to be able to start a group doing that. I explain rescue mediumship, earthbound spirits. We're also going to have an indirect rescue circle at the end of each class.
Very nice.
Where we can cross a spirit every time.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, it's strange. When I try to do tarot cards or I try to do angel cards, the cards will actually go blank.
Mm.
They will look like a plain piece of paper.
Wow.
Okay, and like you don't do cards either.
I do not do cards.
And when I do, it really does. Or one time I touched a tarot card, my fingers felt like they were on fire.
Mm.
They really did. My spirit says, "When are you going to listen to me?" In fact, I forgot. I've got to start bringing my cards, and I forgot to. And because every one of us have a way of teaching, or every one of us have a way of reading.
Right.
Okay, and it's how we want to do it. And if we don't listen to our guides, like yours is healing music.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do readings as well, angel cards or tarot cards or whatever?
For myself, I do, and sometimes I'll incorporate that for people. And sometimes I'll just do touch also for healing. Sometimes it's about the sound. The sound is a great aid and assistant.
I've seen a 7 of diamonds around you. Okay, and 7 of diamonds around you as well. Okay, may I go on? Okay. And the Ace of Diamonds, which is good news, good big decision. Ace of Diamonds always represents to me good news. 7 of Diamonds always represents money or good fortune.
I'm gonna
Okay.
write that down and use that.
I actually see. Are you laughing at me?
No,
No,
I think that's
laughing of
wonderful.
joy.
She's
I'm
happy.
accepting
She's
it.
excited.
Yeah.
Because, but the sad part is with you, I see the 7 of clubs.
Okay.
The 7 of clubs are saying, I'm going to say, there are several choices that you have to make with that money and how you're going to use it. Because there's going to be, unfortunately, some unwanted bills.
Oh yeah, always.
Okay?
Gotta pay those bills.
But but this is one that's going to, do you have a child?
4.
Oh my God. Okay. How old are they?
5, 8, 14, 16.
Okay. 14-year-old is going to cause you some financial problems. Not in a bad way.
Okay.
Okay. Is it a girl?
Boy.
A boy, but he has going through a lot of emotional problems, and you've got to be the guiding light for him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really quite understand what's happening and what you're doing, so but he wants to learn. He has a thirst for knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does.
Okay, but I'm also concerned about him falling down and breaking his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's working out with me,
Okay,
so he's really
keep
good.
an eye on that. Okay, he kind of introverted.
No, not at all.
Who's the introverted child?
Me.
Well, we know
I know
that, but-
my youngest would be Sam. He's 5.
Boys, he's going to have a gift that's going to be unbelievable.
Mm.
He's going to have a lot of musical gifts.
Yes, he's a rainbow child.
Yes.
Very special.
Don't guide him, let him guide himself.
Mm. Absolutely. I have 2 crystal children, 1 rainbow child, and 1 problem child.
Well, we all. People have a misconception about crystal children. I know that if you look it up, it means they're only going to be here for a short period of time. I don't buy that.
Mm-mm.
I don't buy that at all. I really don't. Have you ever heard of that? Crystal child is here for a short period of time
Yeah.
to teach love and all that stuff at the time. But I don't buy that. Do you?
No, I don't. There's a lot on the internet I don't agree with.
No. I had this educator, and she says to me, "What I say is always right."
For her.
And I said to her, "Then that's good. Then I don't want to be in your class." And every time I do try to take formal training, like mediumship or whatever, I'm not allowed to. So I do it. I follow my spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everybody is meant to have the classes. Not everybody's meant to. We need it all. But I loved you. What was
The
that?
spirit's right there.
Was that you?
No,
How many other women did you say?
Oh, the spirit.
I know. It's like I think they're around.
They
Well,
really
the
are.
thing that I
around.
find with the mediumship class is that you can teach general guidelines with mediumship. You can give them the information they can use to utilize it so they can connect in with spirit. They're ultimately going to find their own way of doing it. It's kind of giving them instructions, say, okay, go figure it out, build your own connection, find your own symbols, your own guides, and your own way of connecting in with spirit. There's only so much you can do. You can only take them so far and then support them the rest of the way and just hope, it's from love and light.
And I think that's true in anything,
Yeah.
in especially in metaphysics. There is no one way to do
No.
anything, whether it be Reiki or tarot cards or, I don't know, playing the
Whatever,
flute.
yeah,
It doesn't
whatever,
matter. There's just...
Playing cards for me is just a tool to get people like to see something laying down. Okay. We're going to tell you who we got coming up at the event, and who's coming on the show. Then we're going to be playing another song.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's get to the event first.
Yeah. I'm excited that Amy's going to be there. All right. You're going to
Great.
maybe do a quick synopsis of what you do.
Yeah.
So, for the event, again, it's October 22nd at the Unitarian Universalist Church here in Manchester. And we have, I cannot even tell you how amazing everybody that's going to be there is. I am so excited about this. Norman, myself, of course.
The Queen.
These are the readers. Pauline Hayworth, Brandy Wells, Cindy Stewart, Dawn Drew, Genevieve Hackett, Sherry Cuomo, Janice Donnelly, Catherine Samuelson, Jen Waltner, Karen Tibbetts, Ramona Nault, Aidan Fafnir, Jean Lujan Gray. Sorry, Jean, I always say
That's a
that
friend
wrong.
of yours, isn't it?
Yes, she is. Barbara Mora, Kim Winkler, Laura Joseph, and Danger T.
Yeah. And Amy.
And Amy
Amy
Major.
Yeah.
Last but not
You
least.
got to send that paperwork in. So we
I
can
know.
go
When,
through it.
yeah.
It's not official yet. Now, for vendors, we're going to have Michelle Talon. She does the essential oils, right? Bob White Bear Olson, who makes the amazing flutes and CDs.
You'll be doing a show too. Maybe
Cannot
maybe you and him
stress
together.
enough how much everybody in the world needs to buy a flute from Bob. Debbie Walls will be there with her fairy doors and bags and accessories. Jeff Travers, he does homemade candles and natural
so he can-
skincare.
Yeah, good, yeah.
Amazing stuff. Chris Gately will be there doing chair massage.
That's what here is a question mark.
Okay. Elaine Saunders, our favorite matchmaker, will be there. Matt Connerton will be there doing hypnosis. Bethany Hawkins will be there. Kelly Scott, Jared Powers, who is our guest next week, and he's the one that can make Norm look like he's weird.
Yeah, he outtalks me.
Norm. It's crazy. It's all positive. It's all high energy, and yeah, Norm just sat there quiet almost the entire time. Hard to believe.
Unusual.
Isn't it? Darlene Doty, Emily Morin, Danielle Fryer, Philip Dudziak, Hope Thompson, Gail Wall, Wanda Martin Van Norden, and Angelina Martinez. And then we also are going to have this time a couple of concerts and some presentations put on. Some of the people that will be there will be Richard Smith, Matt Connerton, and DeLuna. And then
she's gonna do a quick thing on yoga.
yeah, Angela Martinez is going to do a thing on Bikram yoga. And then there are a couple other
Right,
presentations
and
coming.
I'm going to be doing if you want to come in, I'm going to do maybe you and I can do it together if you want. We can do like a crossover or talking to the spirit from the other side
Right.
if you want. Okay. This is all the spirits coming together. I'm just so excited.
I am super excited.
I really am. I am just so excited. Can you feel the energy in here?
Totally.
And
Yeah.
if you want any of Mary's baked beans, you got to get there early and you got to buy them right off the bat because they
You like baked
sell
beans?
out like
I
amazingly.
don't know.
Are
I don't eat sugar. I have a feeling
Are you
I
a
have
New
sugar.
Englander?
So
Yeah.
I live in New England. But,
Oh my God! Well, I've had seen people eat baked beans for breakfast, and I just start laughing.
yeah, I do
But I
kale
guess
for
that's a New England
breakfast.
tradition, isn't it?
Well, Mary said it's a French
Yeah, French
tradition,
tradition.
but yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'm not French.
Mary's
and
got a new car, I guess. She's waiting for it.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Mary.
And, you know that. And Mary is one of the most, does a lot for our events,
She
and
does.
she is always very supportive. I can't complain because everybody that has been part of. Oh yeah, we now have a parking space. We can use the
The synagogue
the
parking lot.
synagogue.
Yes.
So that's politically correct.
it's
I want to make sure
so
that's
nice of
politically
them.
correct, right? Synagogue parking space, because you have to be careful what you say to make sure everything's politically correct. You know what I mean? And so we can use it, but they have to be out of there by 4:00.
Because they have an event.
Right, because
They
we'll
have
be
an
putting
event.
that's their Jewish holiday, I guess. Certain worship day and Saturdays. And something.
Yes.
So we'll put a big sign here. Please be out. And we're also going to tell you now, folks, you park in there. It's your responsibility, not ours at Norman Friends or anybody else's. Okay. And the good part is, if you want to come in the night before and set up, if you're a vendor, if you want to come in the night before and set up your tables, you can. Once again, we're not going to be responsible, but please feel free to be in a church. Well,
Yeah.
and if things work out right, we're going to have coffee, muffins, and donuts. And I'm thinking about we're going to have. You like cider?
Who doesn't?
Me?
Oh,
I like hard cider.
New
Does that
England.
count?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No,
you gotta
Becky.
have cider around that time.
Do you like? Yeah, we're gonna have
It's fall.
Cider
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Pumpkin
gonna have
pie.
some hot cider. They can put their own cinnamon
warm
stick in it,
blankets.
or they're gonna have a regular cider. Okay, we're gonna,
Mm.
so. And I have to tell you, Lori and I, or Norm and Friends, we are not making any money on this.
No.
Okay, whenever people come to me for a reading, I don't take it. It goes right back into the event.
Right.
Okay, because I just feel so strongly about this. And we had a guy that came on. He and I got into a big hassle.
Oh,
over this, but
yeah.
That's how you.
Yeah,
People
the
care more about
artist.
the animals, but they know the people. I go, yep. He and I did that's let it go. Well, I guess it's time to hear another tune because I'm getting too hyper here. I'm gonna bring
Calm him
myself
down. Bring it back down.
So
No.
I think I'd like to do an improvisation piece, and I'll just see what happens, picking up on
do
the
it
energies
yourself.
of the room.
That would be
Okay, and wait a minute. Now, if anybody, folks, I'll tell you now. If you don't, you'll be selling the CDs at the event, right?
Yes, I have 5 CDs. I also want to let everybody know that I do play traditional songs as well. I work in 2 hospitals, bedside, for people as they're going through healing process. And because of that, I've learned thousands of songs I have on my iPad, and because my journey is to help them feel comfortable and safe in their healing process.
So would you agree that you had to go through the sickness journey that you had to go through to be able to help others have a lot more compassion?
Well, I had probably that started from my childhood, because that's really that really put me in a direction of wanting to do healing work with people, and yes, it just deepens as we go through different
Because it makes us
experiences.
appreciate what we have today.
Oh, totally, yes.
When I went blind for 5 years and then a miracle surgery happens, and I know what it's like, and we all can have a better understanding of what it's like to be whatever, and this is part of what we do. You're on the air.
Okay. So let's see what the room speaks. Whoopsie. Sorry
That's
about
it. Destroyed it for entry. That's all right. We'll send Paul the bill.
Thank you.
You got time for one more.
You want one more?
Sure.
Okay.
You got 6 whole minutes.
I got 6 whole minutes. Oh, I could have gone on
unless
then.
you want to stay longer. But
I wish I could have some students, though, and I love my students.
Okay.
So.
if you wanna-
I was going to ask you, are you teaching this?
Yes,
Because I can
yeah.
see it teaching all
Oh,
over
you're
you.
teaching?
Yeah.
Yes, and I have a new student, and I'm so excited about him. He's a teenager, and he's autistic. And he is so fabulous. He has had a harp teacher before, and she taught him from the book so he can read. But when he came to me, he was no longer smiling and enjoying himself. And his mother wanted him to enjoy the harp and have it for joy. And so I started showing him all the different hand shapes, and so that he can make up things. And he's such a delight. And when he gets something, if he likes it, he puts his thumb up,
After you two were to play a duet together.
Oh.
I would love that.
Oh,
You
that
have to
would be
get
really.
his-
I don't know if he'd be ready for that because.
Well, when you're ready.
When I'm ready. Oh, yeah, when we're ready. Yes.
Yeah.
I do have students that I could bring in.
Okay.
Maybe they would be willing.
That would be
sometimes they
awesome,
like
wouldn't it?
performing, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't like the pressure.
Right,
so
right.
they enjoy
Yeah, probably
it.
like in January or whatever, because we're really booked.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Okay, as we close out with DeLuna, because this is her, we want you to know that she's going to be at our second event on October 22nd at
Yes.
the Unitarian Universal Church.
Very good.
Yeah, and you can get a hold of her by,
www.delunaharps.com.
there you go, see? And that's all you got to do, and she closes out, we wish you immense success, may the angels always be with you as you travel the journey into the night, and as you brighten up the lights of all the angels with the gift that you have, may you know that your path is always being blessed. And may you go in peace, my child.
Thank you. Blessings to you too. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Definitely our pleasure.
You. Thank you. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to play, but I'm going to play a Scottish one. I really like this
Okay.
one. It's called Bonnie at Morn.
Thank you for blessing us with that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My pleasure.
Amazing.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, awesome. That's right. Folks, that was our very dear friend who's going to be on more. And you can share together again. How would that be?
I would love it. Love it.
Okay.
I can't get enough. Give me more. Give me more.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. And once again, you can get her CD by what is it?
DeLunaharps.com.
Luna.com. And you're also on Facebook.
Yeah, you
But
can get them
don't
through
really-
Facebook.
yeah.
Yeah, DeLuna Harps is my Facebook page. Yes.
You know, I can see it. You would not believe how I look. Could you give me that before? And I know I had the CD that you gave to me as well. And I go, what the hell is her name? I can't get her email. It took me 3 days to find it.
my
And all the time it was, I am really serious. The Spirit had it sitting there in front of me all this time. But when, you ever had the Spirit hide something on you when you know
and
it's
claimed
there?
you.
They're giggling as they know who
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And they want you to get all frustrated, and all that stuff. And then Scott says, "Look right here." There it was, right there. So, I remember we had talked too, and all.
Yes.
And you're feeling better, and that's a good thing.
Yes, yes. 2 weeks. I had a forced vacation. It was great. I just lay there. I turned on all these wonderful guided meditations and slept and woke up and listened to more meditations and slept. And it was 2 weeks of bliss. So.
And some people, people don't realize that sometimes we need that downtime.
I needed
we
it,
really
yeah.
do. And when the money comes in, I'm going to be going away for a couple of days, and the biggest challenge for me.
Sure.
I am. The biggest challenge for me is to leave the show, so I'm going to do it to be on a Wednesday. I'm going to make sure it's like Tuesday through Thursday. This is going to be the biggest challenge, and I have to do this. And I've never done it before. It's always been, a lot of years here, and I think I've only been 3 or 4 times in 16 years, so.
And what's going to happen if you try to call in?
Yeah, she won't let me call in.
I'm going to hang up on him. He's going to take some time, and he's going to enjoy himself.
Yes.
Tells everybody
or
else to take
right.
time for themselves. He
Yes.
needs to do this for
Well,
himself.
you know what's funny though? Because I was scheduled to go to a retreat for myself that was in New York, and it was a wonderful retreat. And I realized that I was too exhausted to go to a retreat. And, and so I stayed home and had my own private retreat. So sometimes that's a good way to do
That
it
is.
too.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah,
It
but
really-
don't wait that long. Yeah, it's
No,
not. Because you have more fun doing it the other way too.
Yeah. Actually, the place I'm going to is in Vermont, and it's kind of like a retreat.
nice.
And I'm going to be spending some time there and re-energizing myself,
Beautiful. Yeah.
so.
It's worth
It's
it.
going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I need to do it, And just that I got to stop and say, my show's going to be fine. Nobody's going to try to take it over
No
or
one's going to steal your show.
whatever. And whoever you have offering guests will be up to you, whoever you want for co-star or whatever, But I want
And
to
remember, you said before about being angry at people who don't take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And so it gives you the opportunity to be happy with yourself for taking care of yourself.
Absolutely. We're so good at telling people that, aren't we? That we do forget to take care of ourselves.
We do.
We really do. I'm good at that. Now I
I
have to
used
start.
to. I'm much better now. But yeah,
I
we always
love
get
that
reminded.
top.
Thank you.
It is funny.
Don't you? I
Peacock
hope you wear it
civilized
to
music.
I hope you wear it at the event. I love it.
Oh, well, thank
It's
you.
really
Thank
very
you.
calming and very peaceful.
Thank you. I do love it.
We
I
have a
almost wore
call.
my peacock shirt today too.
Oh,
I love
Yep.
peacocks because
yeah,
they're my symbol,
wonderful.
so I love them.
Yes.
Yep. Well, I
Yeah,
thought we
they
had a call.
symbolize music. And
All that, folks.
Mm.
Can we call them left? Okay.
Yes, okay.
Many
Well, thank you
blessings
so
and-
much for having me. Happy birthday!
You too. Thank you.
Heart to
Many
heart.
blessings. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Happy
That's
birthday.
my day. Fridays, folks, are a love, a hug or a handshake or how are you. Every Friday I want to do that. And I want all our spiritual people to do the same thing.
There is a caller on hold. Thank you.
That's my challenge.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I was hoping to see whether or not I could get a reading with Amy.
Yep. Amy, you want to pull up here?
I will.
Do you want to just switch
No, just
chairs?
switch.
Switch. Move it over.
Yeah. Give
What's
her
your name, please?
caller.
Hello?
Hi.
What's your name?
Diane.
Diane.
Okay. Amy's just getting settled, so she'll be with you
Okay.
in just a sec.
Yeah, no problem. How are you guys tonight?
Good.
We're
How are
doing
you?
very well.
Who do we have?
Good?
Diane's her name.
Diane is her name.
Diane. Hi, Diane. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm really glad to be here and be able to kind of get in there and do some readings and talk about the work that I'm doing. I'm really excited about it. You've got a lot of things going on for you too, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, I feel a little bit of excitement, a little bit of hesitation also with you as well. What's going on? Something new is coming in for you.
Could possibly be looking at career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying be a little hesitant with that. I kind of feel like you're jumping off a cliff a little bit too soon. And they're saying, really, you have to put your ducks in a row. And if you don't do that, you're going to end up hurting yourself more than you expect. So you really need to make sure that you have everything prepared before you do that. Because I get the sense with you is that you're always thinking ahead a little bit too far. And it's good to take a step back and realize, okay, where am I now? Where do I want to go? But how do I get there? And a lot of people don't do that. So I think if you take just a little bit extra time, you're going to be exactly where you want to be. And I'm feeling it within the next 2 months. So take this next 2 months to do some planning work.
Okay.
So,
that sounds good.
did you have any questions? Anything that you wanted to talk about?
No, I was looking at career. You're probably right on the money because it's not a huge change in career. It's change in responsibility.
Right.
And then what I'm always looking to, and that we all are, I suppose, is financially what's going to come down the line for me.
I can feel it. I can definitely feel it with you. There's a lot of anxiety there, but you have a tendency of thinking that it's worse than it really is. Just like a whole bunch of us think the same thing. And you have to realize that what do I have and how can I get what I want? We're always looking for the next big thing. With you, I keep feeling that you need to put yourself a little bit forward, a little bit more out of your own comfort zone. Because you sort of have a tendency of holding back because you're unsure about the work that you're doing, or you're not sure if you're qualified to do that next step. Your guides are saying you have to go for it because there comes a time when you just can't hold back anymore. And if you're really that concerned about the money, get out of your comfort zone and do what you feel your heart really wants you to do.
Okay.
Okay?
That's good advice, I'm sure. All right, well, thank you, Amy.
Thank you. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, man, good luck on your show tonight.
Thank you.
Well, may I intercede something?
Absolutely.
Hello?
Hello. May I add something to that?
I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Am I done with the call?
Norm just wants to add a little to what Amy said, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. One of the I want to confirm what you said actually, Amy. That was right on base. But stop worrying about yesterday. Start moving for today. And tomorrow hasn't come yet, so don't even worry about that. But like you just said, career change, go one step at a time. It's like taking baby steps.
Okay.
Okay. Do you understand? You understand what I mean by that? Who's the I'm sensing there's someone that you're really worried about. Don't worry about this person. They're going to be okay.
All right. That sounds good.
Do you understand what I mean?
Right on the money with that
She
one.
knows
Good.
exactly who you're
Let
talking
it
about.
go. Okay. Let it go and start taking care. And you know what? We were just talking about this previously. Start making yourself number one.
Okay.
You have a beautiful
Right.
heart.
That's hard for me to do. I'm not that type of person.
I know, I understand that. But I look in the mirror and say, good morning, Diane. Today I am a winner and I'm going to take care of me first. Then follow through with the other. Okay?
All right.
Okay. Thank you for allowing me to talk to you.
All right. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Diane.
Bye-bye.
You know her, don't you?
No.
Have a good
No?
evening.
You,
Oh,
too.
okay, you too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You don't know her?
No, I know a lot of people.
Yeah, because
So-
I sensed in the voice that you might have done a reading on her.
I may have done a reading for her
I
before.
know. And have you ever found that people will call you, will say, from 5, oh, do you remember what you told me
I know,
5
and I'm
years
like, I have
ago?
no idea.
We had a lady that called me, wanted me to remember from 10 years ago.
Oh,
Got
wow.
really upset.
Yeah.
We do a lot of readings, and on purpose. I clear myself
You have
after
to.
every reading. I don't want to retain what
I
I
don't.
because it's just too much. It would be overwhelming.
Well, I often find that I channel the information and it comes in and it goes out, and then I don't actually put my mind into the equation of it, so I don't remember what I say.
Right.
Well, if we did that, I maybe you'd agree with me, if we did that, we could confuse the other clients coming in too. Because I can remember I'd try to store it up into a level, and then I'd go on, and then I'd say, wait a minute. And I'd be down tired. Because then I finally had to, before each client, I'd have to, bless myself or ground myself. Because you don't want to carry all that baggage. You don't want to you don't want to interfere with one reading to another. And I don't want to remember
Right,
what other
you do
people.
need to clear yourself and center yourself before you do another reading. Because when you're interacting with someone, you're taking on their energy.
Right.
And that retains with you even after they walk out of the room. So quite often, I'll clear myself and clear the room before somebody else comes in. You always have to center yourself.
I went to a place.
Disconnect every time. Cut the cords, do all the grounding, do it all.
I went to Hillsborough. How do you pronounce it?
Hillsborough.
Hillsborough. Okay. I had an awesome time there. The first time I ever went to Hillsborough was quite about 4 or 5 years ago. Talk about darkness in a town. Believe me, in that area I was in, I had to work very hard to clear that negative energy out before I could do anything.
Oh, you're talking about all the residual?
Yeah,
In
there
the
was
area?
in that area, in that town, that area I was in. You could feel the dark spirits in there or whatever, and I had to work really hard to get in there to be able to do that, turn it into a positive, and do readings with.
Right.
And when these people that do the ghost hunters and go things like you and I talk about, I like the way you call it, the rescue of spirits.
Right.
I've lived with the ghost, if you want to call it. I've lived with the dark side of the spirit. I know from my own self and my son too. People, I could tell you stories that people probably would never believe that I've lived.
I believe them.
Okay, I've seen tables lift.
Yep.
I've actually put a whole bunch of Ouija boards in a barrel and set it on fire. You could literally hear the spirit screaming, "Let me go, I'll be good," all that other stuff. And I've actually, we did this one lady, and we were doing a seance. Of course, I was drinking too, so that doesn't work.
Not
believe
good.
me.
You should never
But
mix alcohol.
No, I had to learn.
Don't
but I
mix
had,
your spirits.
No, yeah, I had to learn the hard way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's one lady we were doing a seance when she literally got out of her chair and went after her husband and was going to bite him in the private genitals. And I'm there, whoa! Finally, I got a wake up call. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, readings in a positive way.
Yes.
But I really had to go that way to be where to learn how to send away the negative energy and bring in the positive energy.
It all comes down to vibration.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to think, well, I'm in a dark room with this red light. This is really negative. Like, no, it has nothing to do with the way things look. It has all to do with this vibration.
Right.
Your thought and intent rule the energy. And if you're coming into a seance, which a lot of people do, I'm with the spiritualists, so we have to have fun with that. And you actually need to control the energy in the room. Raise the vibration, bring in your protection, set up your shield, send the thought and intent to the spirits you want to come in, and then you can have fun. But so many people don't understand how to do that.
Oh,
first.
yeah, I had a ball when I was doing the drinking space for a little, drinking, had that big circle, and I had a little ball there, and I was, believe it or not, I was making money off it. I really was going. And then there's one gentleman who came in and through spirit wise and told this lady to leave him alone. He literally got it, walked out over and smacked her. Can you imagine trying to explain that in the courtroom? That would have never gone over too well. So, folks, unless you know what you're doing,
Right.
And believe me when I say this, I had to learn the hard way. Would I want to learn it any other way? No. But I had to go with that path. But if you think that you think Ouija boards are fun, that's up to you. They're not a game. They are real.
I don't
You
even want
agree?
my grandchildren to touch them.
Well, the way that I teach is one, it's a tool. Right? It's a piece of wood that people use. But you have to look at the thought and intent behind it. You have to look at the global consciousness. What does everybody think about Ouija boards? And most of the time, it's of a negative vibration. Most people immediately think of something negative when they think of the Ouija board. So And because of that, it actually carries a lower vibration because of that global consciousness. Rather, if you were just to go and have a table or have a plate where it doesn't carry that vibration because we don't think of it that way. So you have to think everything carries its own uniqueness to it depending on what you're thinking about it too. So I do not use Ouija boards. I don't advocate to ever use them. Again, they're a tool. You can learn how to change the vibration, change it, raise it, connect into the higher vibrations, but you don't need to.
Right.
You really don't need to be able to do that.
It's just
I
another
met a
prop.
woman that
So
actually.
you don't need it.
I met a woman that actually does a Ouija board. I have to say this for her in defense of that. She blessed it 1st, and she took it, but she was phenomenal. I wish I could find her again and have her come on that show because she really was. She was phenomenal about it. She was very positive about it, and the way she did it and all that way. Like you just said, it is a tool. That's like you did that reading on that lady. You really don't need the cards, but they're good. But people like to see them.
I use the cards as just validation for
Yeah.
me. I'll actually sit and read somebody for about 10, 15 minutes. Like, oh yeah, I have cards. Let's lay those out. And they're the exact same information of what I just told the person. So
Ooh,
they're
you
good
got a big-
validation for me.
May I got a big message for you.
Yes.
Okay, this is the Ace of Hearts.
Okay.
Ace of Hearts always represents love.
Okay.
But it depends on what goes with it, that follows through with it, okay? Is this your first marriage?
Second.
Second marriage, okay. Because that's why I see the Ace of Clubs with that, too. Because you had to make a decision with the Ace of Hearts to go onto the path that you're on now and to go with the person that you're with,
Right.
okay? So that was a big decision for you,
Yes.
but no regrets.
No, of course.
Okay, and I'm seeing the King of Hearts. Okay, King of Hearts is also going with that, which represents a lot more love, stronger love. He's really beginning to support you whenever you do.
Right.
He did not always agree with it, nor does he always understand that, but he will accept this is what you have to do.
Yes.
And your 15-year-old child, you said?
14.
14-year-old. Trust what I'll tell you, well, he is going to be very well known by the time he's 20. Don't ever be surprised if you see him on stage doing clairvoyancy.
Oh, he has it. He definitely
Encourage
has
him. Encourage him. You know, expect children to make fun of him because they don't understand what he's doing.
Right.
Because as I said, and I will always say, we are airheads.
Right.
Every single one of us. Because we're in the world, but we're not of the world.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Did your dad pass?
Yes. Years ago.
Yeah. He is so proud of you. He doesn't. There again, he didn't understand because of your
Not at all.
background.
If anything, he was my challenge to get
Right.
into this work.
But he said you didn't give up. That's what he was proud of.
No.
Boy, he likes your husband.
Oh, he does?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
He proved worthy of it. Your husband proved worthy of your father's likeness.
Oh, good.
Okay. Or in stamp of approval.
Right.
Your dad was a very independent person that could be very forceful when he wanted to be.
Yes. He had the finger, what we call the finger of death. He would look at you and point his finger at you. And you're like, no, don't hurt me.
You know what? And then when my son was doing something wrong, I never had that. One day he was playing with the knobs on the electric stove, and I told him no. He's like 2 or 3. I go, no, you can't do that. And he did.
Right.
So I went like this for him. He cried, and I cried more than he did.
I know.
Were you a firm disciplinarian?
I was a strict mom, yeah.
Were you? And you?
No. I'm actually very easygoing with my kids. A little bit too much sometimes.
When you've had enough, they know it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm like, don't make the mean mom come out because she will. She'll get very upset.
Your youngest one loves to get you going.
Oh, yes. Actually, the middle child,
Okay.
Michael. He's a Michael, and he's a Scorpio.
What do you hear about Michael when they get the name Michael to get everything going?
They
you
are
know?
feisty little guys.
Yep.
Really.
Scorpios.
Scorpio and Michael. What was I thinking? I'm not sure.
You know what I like, and I don't know if you'll agree with me that But these children that when we give birth to, or even ourselves, we were all pre-named before we were born.
Right.
We let the
yes.
parents give us the.
I think
the
every
names.
child has its name. I agree with you.
Right.
Because I know, like, with my son's a perfect example. We had these names picked out. We were adamant. He was born. The nurse came in, and my husband said, J. Cameron. And I went, what? That was not anywhere near on our list.
Right.
And he said, and it's just the letter J. That's it. And the nurse said, I'll give you time to think about it. And he said, no, that's his name, and that's what it's going to, and that's his name.
They do. They choose their names.
Thank you, son.
I was adamant I was going to name my son after someone that I went gone with, and all that. And then it never dawned on me. Then all of a sudden, he came out Michael, Michael James. And so I said, okay. And, my daughter, before she passed away, her name was Pamela Joyce, which I never, so I believe that. And I truly believe, that this is what how many people, all of a sudden they get the name, they go through, I love it, they go through all these books, name after name after name, little
Right.
do they know. And I'm also a firm believer that we choose our parents.
Oh, I chose wrong. No, just kidding.
I really do. I'm a
Oh,
firm
they say
believer.
that, yes, we do. We choose our parents for specific reasons, either for the challenge or for the support
Yeah.
that they're going to be able to bring us.
I chose. My belief is I had a child, like you just said. I was kind of like an abandoned child. But I learned how to survive, and my mom had passed. But one of the things that you can either make yourself the best damn person you can be, or you can lay in the gutter and feel sorry for yourself.
Exactly. I
That's
always
all
tell
that-
people it's not what happens to you, it's how you handle it
Exactly.
that makes the difference.
Exactly. Because I know, probably all three of us have had some pretty terrible things happen to us in our lives, and
Right.
we didn't let it define us.
Right. It only made us stronger.
Right. I love it when people say I had a peachy cream life.
Yeah. Some people need it, though.
Yeah.
Some people
But I mean,
actually need to
when
come
they,
in and
I
have
guess
an
what I'm
easier
trying
life.
to say is when people tell life is perfect and all this other stuff, you know what? How can you advise someone if they've never been through the path like you and I have? Your path wasn't easy,
No, not at all.
okay? But you wouldn't change it.
Just
'Cause it
a
wouldn't be who you
few
are
things
today.
I would
There are a few
change,
things,
yeah.
but no, I love who it's
Okay,
made me
yeah.
today.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree.
that's who makes. What would change it? Yeah, But I love it when they all say, "No, I had no child problems in childhood, or I had none of this, or I had none of that." But yet, no, and then they can tell you through the book how to do something.
Right.
That's when I get upset. Like we had one lady that came on that she said she could do readings on the phone. I said, okay, that's fine. So we turned it over to her. Well, what was she? She said she didn't have her prayer card with her.
Yeah, there was a very specific type of reading she said she'd been doing for 20 some
25
years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when Norm asked her to do one, she said, "Oh, I can't. I don't know my prayer." But you've been doing it for over 20 years.
You should know that prayer by now, right?
Right.
And she said, "Well, we were told not to memorize it, but still, after 20 plus years, you would
would-
have no choice but to have it memorized."
Right. Like
And
the
then,
Pledge of Allegiance. You just know it.
Yeah.
Right.
And another lady that was on, I love her dearly, and she would tell how she does readings, but then she always goes back to, well, if you're paying me to do a reading, you're not going to want me to go back to a book to reference it.
No.
Okay? Because she would tell me that, and I'm like, oh, somehow their names got lost.
Oh,
The wonderful people, don't get us wrong, but
right.
they just don't say you can do something if that's not what you do.
No, because
Right.
I'm going to bring it out,
Exactly.
and you would too.
Yes.
And I really want you. Eventually, you're going to be coming on at least once a month, probably starting in January, if you have time.
Oh, yeah. Bring it
Okay.
on.
Because I think we get along great. First of all, don't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And one of the things I do see, I don't know what's in the state of Washington, but you're going to be going to some kind of convention or something there in Washington.
Okay.
And it looks like you're going to be, you're going to be a teacher.
That's a very big
That
thing
is
with
your-
my life right now.
You're going to be doing, you're going to be proceeding this way, you're going to be doing less and less reading and more and more teaching.
Yeah, that's what my guides have been telling me. They're like, yes, you can do the readings, you're good at it, but that's not what we want you to do. This is what we want you to do. And like, okay, bring me the opportunity and I'll do it. I don't have a problem with it. I love teaching. I go back to my life path number. I'm a number 5. I'm a teacher. And every time I have a reading, you're a teacher. I'm like, okay, I get the message. I'm supposed to teach, and I think it's great. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I think I'm ready to really step into that role and tell and explain and help mold people into becoming the best they possibly can be. Because that's why I do this. I do this to help people. It's always been about the healing. So.
Well, you guys, it's about time you
No.
awaken.
Yeah, I have. I've really come out a lot the last couple of years.
But don't dream while you're driving.
Too late. I know. I'm writing my second book right now, and I just wrote, the next chapter, I just wrote about that. But how spirits can get information through to us and how we start meditating. And quite a few of us, when we're driving in the car, will start going into a meditation, and our driving guides will come in. And before you know it, you've made all these turns, and you've stopped at lights, and you've gotten where you're supposed to be, and you come back from a meditation, you're like, oh my gosh, how did I get here? That's scary. And you're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Mediums do
Oh
it
my
all
God,
the
I used to
time.
ride to work with
Used
this
to happen
one
to me
lady.
a lot.
She had an orange Volkswagen Bug, okay? And she was very good born again. Loved the lady to pieces. But she would be going down the highway, okay? Hands off the steering wheel. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I grabbed the wheel and I said, we're going to get killed. No, Jesus is going to be watching us. I go, Jesus wants us to take and be responsible for our actions.
That's
too.
right.
I have always said to people that say things that God doesn't want a dependent. God wants a partner.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have some responsibility.
Personal responsibility.
If you're going to walk across glass barefoot,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good chance you're going to get cut.
Yep.
I'm not saying don't do it. It's like I've walked across fire. It's awesome. It's a great experience.
Really?
But you have to have
do
some smarts about
You
it.
do. Common sense.
Yeah.
Let's think about
Can you
this.
get that lady's name again so we can, because remember she was going to set up the fire
Oh,
walk.
yes.
Let's get her to-
She moved to another state.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Was it
Well,
a
I won't be
ritual
doing
that you did, or?
Yeah, it was a fire walk. We did the whole big. You have to do a lot of trust exercises prior, while the coals are getting
Heated up and everything.
set up. It is very, very empowering.
Yes.
Well, I have a friend of mine. I'll have him do it. He teaches it. There's a song that's coming through. I'm not going to sing because my son will yell at me. You know that song? I'm leaving on a jet plane.
No, I sing it all the time.
Okay, and you not know when you're coming back.
I just did a few spreads for myself the other day, and the travel card keeps coming up over and over.
Why do you read
again.
yourself?
Why? Because I don't trust many people to read me. I only trust my own instincts.
Like you should not be reading yourself.
Oh, I read myself all the time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a
And they're
firm
always
believer.
accurate.
Yeah.
Always
I'm
accurate.
my son doesn't. I'm a firm believer in what happens. You get a lot of negative energy cards.
No, I actually ask specific questions.
Oh, okay.
I don't do a generalized reading because you really look into that. It filters through your own personal emotions and what you want the outcome to be. But
Right.
if you actually ask
Well,
specific
next
questions,
time you're on, may I bring my cards and do a reading on you?
yes, of
Okay,
course,
okay.
I welcome
want
it.
you to make
And I think though she's confirming what you
And I'm
say
a firm, yeah.
for people not to do readings on themselves because you jade your reading.
Yes,
But
you
where
do.
you're asking a very specific question,
Yes.
that's different.
Right.
That's,
I'm seeing too many people who do that. Oh, I can't go out today because the card said so, or because what you can do. What people don't know, and you as a reader,
Right.
and you as a reader or informator, I guess is better, is whatever information we give you, you can exchange, and it's not anything concrete.
right.
Right.
Okay, like there was this one lady, and my friend who lives in whose father lives in Kenya. By all rights, this man should be crossed over. He's a walking skeleton, and I just gave up. And I said, you know what? The spirit's going to take him when they want to.
Right.
He's nothing but skin and bones. And one of the things I do know that before he crosses, he has to make a lot of amends within himself to other people.
Right.
Because he was a great voodoo teacher and all that. And what people, so a lot of times when we have an angry person within ourselves, we have to learn to let go of that anger and start forgetting and start helping
Releasing that energetic
forgive
baggage.
others.
Yeah.
They just told me you just answered our dilemma that we've been having. Why angry people who don't care for themselves hang around?
Yeah.
It's because they need to work that out. They need
Wow,
to make
yeah.
amends.
That's
They
right.
just said you just verbalized the response.
You have a website.
I do. amymajor.com.
And so it's all up. That's not your email?
No, that's
Oh.
my website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I prefer people to contact me through my website. A lot of people like to call me, but as a lot of people don't understand, energy flows through your voice. I've had so many people with so many different issues, hauntings, attachments call, and I would take the phone and I would start speaking with them. Next thing I know, the spirit's with me, and they're trying to attach to me. I'm like, that's it, no more contacting me through my website. I have a thing that you could type up, tell me what's going on. I have people all over the world. I just had somebody from Australia wanting to do a book report on me. I'm like, who are you?
Wonderful.
And I'm just like, how are the people finding me? But my name's getting out there, and people are understanding what I do.
Well, and that's what we were telling you earlier. I mean, we've met so many people since meeting you that think
You have a
very
lot of
highly
respect.
of you. I mean, it is just
I
wonderful.
appreciate
They really, we have not met one person that didn't have anything but the best to say about you.
Well, I'm so supportive of everybody that I meet because it really
You know,
takes a wide
I support
variety of
you.
people.
Yes.
I love supporting new beginners.
Right.
I think that's awesome. But I get a little frustrated when I hear these people that's only been reading for like 8 months and all of a sudden they're out there teaching this and they're teaching that. And
Yeah.
I said to this person, but you haven't learned anything.
Yeah,
It's
through
like
the
me
journey.
getting sober.
Right.
And for the first year, I refused to. You want to be a sponsor? No, I'm still learning. And then I stopped going to AA because of all the drama. And you know what? I have enough spiritual beliefs within myself, and the support that I have, like with
Right.
my partner. We've been together almost 20 years, and my son and my family. That I can stay sober. I can also work to help other people, but I also give them choices.
Yes.
If you want to get sober and you really want to follow your path, I'll work with you. I will not do the work. I refuse
No.
to do that.
You can't.
And you've said that too.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you have did I say something to you?
Absolutely.
You have the most beautiful aura all around you.
Thank you.
You have a lot of like lavender,
Yep.
and you have a lot of pale green and yellow.
And what does that mean to you?
That represents to me a lot of healing coming through your body and a lot of emotional let go of the energy that you've had for a while. Okay, and also tell me is building your intuitive tuitions even stronger than they have been.
Yes, we are under construction, shall we say.
Right. I also there's something about your eyes that are also getting healed.
Oh, cool.
Boy, is your third eye opening up
It is
more so
very-
than ever.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
That's
too?
why the indigo is so strong around you right now, and that's
Oh,
why
so-
you were drawn to wearing that color. It's because we're always drawn to the color that our energy is actually vibrating at.
And that's
So
why
you
my
agree with
toenails
me
are
then?
purple.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Not
So-
that I'm vibrating black.
Yeah.
It's just
No.
something
Oh,
I've
honey, you
always done.
graduated
You
black
know
for
what?
years. So,
It-
so you agree with
a
me?
lot of
I do,
people think
absolutely.
black is negative. Black is not negative.
No, it's a neutral.
In many cultures, white is considered the negative and black is considered the spiritual.
Right.
So it's just another color.
It is. There's
So-
the
anyway,
balance.
sorry.
I'm all about balance. That
Yes.
You like
everything that I
orange?
do. Orange? Oh, that's one of the colors that I look horrid in.
You better start liking orange.
Very creative color. I
You
like the
better.
color.
You can do what I do. I collect orange bears.
You need, because you've got a big orange right here, darling.
Oh,
You got a big orange.
Or
got to work on the
orange
sacral chakra.
moonstone.
Orange moonstone.
No.
Yeah, jewelry. I like it.
I like.
Orange bow, I mean.
Bring me the jewelry.
You've got to do something different for yourself, whether it's at home or not. But
I've been doing a lot of different
Okay.
things lately.
you also have a real lime green around. There's something about inside of here that they're taking all that negative energy out of your teeth, okay, and it's just throwing it into the trash, okay. You have a son that has an ear problem, like an earache or whatever.
My 14-year-old has periodic ear issues. He's been hospitalized for it too.
Then they aren't doing a very good job in taking care of it for you.
No, probably not.
Mint oil.
Or something that I've done, because I have historically had ear issues, is a peroxide in the ears.
I just had him do that.
And then put garlic-infused olive oil
Right.
in after.
Really?
It's antibiotic,
Right.
everything.
Inflammatory, yep.
It will heal the
I
ears.
used to work with nurses, so every day I would hear the same things about how to work on these home remedies
Yeah.
for people.
And
So much.
if you have some clove,
I do.
put a little bit of clove around there too. Okay. If we don't, does he have a tube in his ear?
No,
Okay, don't let him put one in,
no.
because he'll lose his hearing.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Do you know what speed limits are, right?
I do.
Kind of forget, do you, when you're meditating?
Yeah, I plead
She's
the
not
fifth
sure
on that
because
one.
she's meditating. She doesn't know. That's not her.
I
That's
try
a
not to
spirit.
do it that often, but I tell you, I get bombarded in the car with spirits.
You're gonna
'Cause they
rear
know
end.
that's my quiet zone.
Right.
You gotta bring it back down because you're gonna rear end a police officer.
Oh gosh, don't bring that energy in, please.
I'm not. I want you to be aware of it, so
I
it won't
will.
happen.
I will.
Okay?
I did have a friend that was tailgating a state trooper who was pursuing someone else.
Really?
So he moved over. She went past. He came over, pulled her over.
Wow.
I mean, that's just being a, I won't say what popped in my head, but
Who plays the piano?
Nobody in my family. I've always wanted to. I love music. I've
Your
always
young-
played
how-
music.
Your youngest one is 5?
5.
5. Is it a her? A
Him.
he?
I
A
have
her?
3 boys and a girl. My 16-year-old is the girl.
Your 16-year-old, she's going to be your biggest handful you've ever.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what? I want you to mark. When you tell her no, if she sneaks out on you, I want you to mark the window or somewhere how she can get out, and then you're going to be able to prove because she thinks she's pretty clever with mom.
Oh, yeah.
They all do.
I'm like, you do know your mom's psychic.
Yeah. I tell that to my, and you know what I got to say too is my granddaughter. I love her, but everything is really because she knows that dad's psychic and grandpa's psychic,
Right.
and so we go through daily tasks with her. But aren't we blessed with our children?
We
oh,
are.
I
grandchildren?
know I am.
Even if we have difference of opinions with them, we're still
The
blessed.
best thing that ever happened to me. The hardest thing that's
Wait
ever
till you have
happened.
grandchildren.
But,
It just takes it to
okay,
a whole nother
I need
level.
to breathe for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm like my daughter's 16.
Don't worry,
Like, please
you're in
no.
no hurry. It's
I'm
not
in no
gonna
hurry.
happen
Give me
soon.
10 years.
One of the things
15.
one of the things
It'll be
that's
a
like.
while.
One of the biggest things I've had to go through, and I've had to learn not to lose my cool. But you're gay. How can you have a child?
What?
Duh. I was married.
Yeah.
How does anyone have a child?
Yeah.
Duh.
That's
It
the
wasn't a milkman.
silliest
It
question
wasn't a
I've
milk-
ever heard.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
maybe
I
not
could-
the silliest,
Yeah.
but it ranks
Well,
up there.
yeah, oh,
Pretty
yeah.
bad.
And believe me, if you look at my son and you look at me, where you can tell.
You know,
See, he's a dirty old man in training when I
Yeah.
have my
His
master's.
son's a
in
figment of his imagination because now I've known Norm over 2 years and I've still never seen this supposed Mike.
Didn't I show you? a
You
picture?
showed me pictures. I could be anybody.
Well, I'll have him come to the event. How's
Sure.
that?
that's right.
Okay.
We'll read 'em.
I'm going to tell him. Okay. One of the he's also very good with tarot cards. He
He's
also
very
loves these people that
psychic.
come in. They talk about what's that other word I want to use? Pagan.
Okay.
How do you use was it paganism or just people who think they're pagan?
Well, the pagan religion, there are many forms of
Right.
faiths that derive from
Right.
paganism.
And-
Witchcraft is one of them.
And
that
believe
a lot
me,
of
he
people-
knows a lot about it. 'Cause we both have lived it, and so we know a lot about it. And he enjoys it when people start talking about it. They don't really know what they're talking about.
Which is most people.
I find that people
Yeah.
do that a lot.
I love challenges. Like we had. I was at one of those pagan rallies. Is that what they
Ooh,
call them?
fun.
Oh yeah, what I had a ball. And I said to the lady, "What does that hat mean?" And she couldn't give me an answer. I said, but you're a high priestess.
Mm.
Well, and that's like a lot of times in the Indian tradition, I know that when they become elders that they have to earn that respect, that, right? They do that. And the women that call aunties and that story, I said, who appoints you as aunties or storytellers? When I said my old radio show, okay, and if you can't answer it, then don't claim you're something that you're not.
Right.
I will never tell you I'm 100% accurate.
No.
I'm 125% accurate. So.
Nobody is 100%.
No,
I wouldn't want to be.
Person.
I wouldn't want to be, would you?
No.
I'm
not. No, nobody's perfect.
Folks, you can give us a call if the phone works. I know it works.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. What I like to call, what I always visualize, a spiritual well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With beautiful diamonds, beautiful marble, and all that stuff inside and out, with an endless pit. And
Right.
I always visualize, what's it, beautiful marble stairs. Close your eyes for a minute and visualize it. Tell me what you see. See if you can visualize that beautiful well with a flow of water, like sparkling water running down over the marble. And over there's this long green vine. And as we're climbing up that ladder on that steps, one step at a time, when we start to fall, then we grab it and we rebuild back up. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I would never want, once we reach that top, that means our journey is over.
Yes, that's another reason why so many of us, we always say the good die young. It's because honestly, a lot of us have so many issues, so much karma to work out. The ones that do pass early on, they have less karma to work out. They come in for a specific purpose, either to help somebody or heal somebody or guide someone. And when their job is done, like, well, I'm ready to go back home.
I'm going to ask you a question nobody else has ever been able to answer.
Okay.
Okay. My little girl, she was 3 days old when she passed.
Oh.
And I want to know if she's happy with us.
She is. Absolutely. Did she have any problems with her stomach or intestine? Because that's what I immediately felt with her. When you said her name, I felt like there was problems right here, and I felt like a massive amount of pain. So I felt the passing was very fast with her at the end, and that she's surrounded by angels, the most beautiful angels you can imagine. Who has the A name that she's connected in with?
Could be my mother, my mother, or my grandmother.
I heard like an A or AN that came in and said that she actually took her to the other side, has been watching her ever since.
I believe it's your mother. It feels like your birth mother to me.
The question, the church, really condemned me. They said I lived such a terrible life.
Don't ever listen to that.
But believe me, back then I did, But as long as I know, she knows that I don't go to the graveside.
Yeah.
She's not upset over that issue. She is?
She's not upset at all.
Oh, okay.
No.
I don't even feel that she's at the gravesite. She's with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Often.
she's not there. She's with you
She's
always.
with you.
Yeah.
And, the gravesite is a wonderful place for people to come and mourn and to remember and to show their love. But you don't have to go. They follow you around. They're connected to your heart.
Right.
And to your
they
emotions.
don't stay there.
They don't.
Their physical remains may be there, but they are not there.
She loves the fact that you sing to her. Do you sing to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves the singing that you do with her. I don't know if you like rock, but I'm seeing you rocking and singing. And she just absolutely adores that. She loves that with you. You play a musical instrument?
No.
She's hearing. I'm
Could be
hearing.
my son did.
does.
My
Okay.
son has a band. I had a
Okay,
band.
I'm because she showed me musical instrument with strings.
Yeah.
And she said that she loves that a lot. She said she would have been a dancer if
Oh,
she
I
was
will.
here.
Yeah.
Because I'm even seeing like a ballerina type dancer with her. So I think
You just
she
made
came
my
in-
day.
She came in to connection with you for a very short time I feel, to heal some karma for her You did what you were supposed to do, and she's so thankful for you.
I actually, and I hope you understand that, I let the research, I signed her own for medical research to find out what was wrong and all that stuff. And I feel I did the right thing.
You did.
Yes.
Because it could help one other
It
child.
helped.
I was
She
gonna say
said
you
it helped other
many
people.
others. Many others, yes.
It did.
You really need, can you give me a hug?
Absolutely. I love hugs. I work for hugs. She's with you, always with you. I mean, I tell people all the time, Spirit is with us whether we know it or not.
Yes.
And I always tell people, think about it. When they come across your mind, or you remember something, or you feel something, that's Spirit's way of coming in and saying, I'm with you right now.
Well, she had no idea I could ask her this.
No, I had no idea.
She
No
didn't
idea.
even know you had a daughter.
No, I didn't.
No, she lived 36 hours, and you would not believe the garbage I went through with this church that I went to.
Right.
And I even tried to commit suit, over it.
Oh, yeah.
Because at that time, you want to believe that the church is right, and and all that stuff. And
Right.
I can remember standing on the podium there and saying, God healed me of being gay and all that stuff, and all that people were supposed to, everybody walks away. So I'm not discarding Christianity. Everybody has a right to have it, everybody.
Right.
But you just gave me the best blessing. The very best blessing I could ever ask for.
You know, I feel it. I know how important it is to connect to people on the other side, to have that healing, to have that connection with them again, and then to know that it never, ever ends, and they're always connected. I think that's one of the best gifts I could ever give anybody.
Well,
I'm
you
so
just
proud
gave
of
me
what I
one.
do. I love what I do.
Yeah. Well, you know what, and then again, it goes to show you that we can. We have to love what we do. We have to enjoy what we do.
Absolutely.
If we cannot enjoy and appreciate what we do, then we shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
Right.
You know.
And I love the rescue that I do. And quite often people ask me, well, how do you connect in with all of these spirits that have all these issues? I'm like, easy. They need me. They need somebody to talk to. They need somebody to help heal them and help them through their wounds and their problems, or maybe just a confusion. And knowing that I did something to help someone on their spiritual journey, that's absolutely amazing for me to know that I could
You
do that.
you released a male person that was over 400 years old.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
That was in the end. He told me to tell you that he was so happy to be with his family.
Oh,
He was a sheep herder.
I'm sure.
Okay. He lived on a colonial farm, and you actually were never in the house per se, but you were in you were in your outer body experience. You were there. And that's when it was in Scotland actually.
Right.
Okay.
I felt very connected to when she said Scotland. I'm like, I've been there in spirit.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't that awesome?
It was.
See, my three spiritual guides are Dr. McAllister, Dr. McClutchet, and Dr. McClutchet. And all that. I have three spiritual guides from Scotland.
Right.
Boy, if I don't listen to them, I am in big trouble.
They can.
And then I have a wonderful lady. I wish you could have met her. Her name was Anita LeMay. She died about 10 years ago. Love her to death. Okay, really not to death, but love her. Boy, could she even
she
to
just
this
came in.
day. Huh?
Oh, you just brought her in.
Yeah.
So whoosh, right next to you.
Oh yeah.
Did she smack him upside the head? Because that's what it felt like to
Yeah,
me.
she does it all the time.
Like she just went.
She's a bit feisty.
Oh,
That's what I felt.
I was going to go to the Dominican Republic with my friend, okay? And I was going to be one of those big martyrs, and we were going to go save and all. She said, "No, you're not." I go, "Yeah, I am." She said, "I said you are not effing going." I go, "Okay." Folks, spirits can swear at you.
Oh, yes,
Don't
they can.
ever. They're going to talk to you like as if they were here.
Yes.
Well, and they speak to you in terms that you understand and recognize
Right.
Yeah.
it to be them. You know, if they had a potty mouth on this side, like, you know, when I cross over, I'll be swearing all the time because that's what I
Oh,
do.
me too.
So, you know,
I'm in
people will
DSU.
know that.
I just explained that to my class last night. They're like, why do some spirits come through to some mediums and not to others? And you have to think about it. We all have a certain vibe. We all have a certain
Yes.
characteristic. Not all spirits are going to feel comfortable coming to me or comfortable coming to you.
Right.
They come to people they feel like they have a connection to or has the awareness that they can bring in and home in and get that message through to somebody.
Right.
I can remember one of the first live medium shows that I did, galleys that I did, and it was over at the Elks Club here in Manchester. And this lady, big tough motorcycle mama, whatever you want to call her, okay, came up. She says, "What did my dad say about me?" Really religion. I go, "Do you really want to know?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Are you sure?" She goes, "Yep." He wants to know what you did with the $250,000 that you were supposed to divide up with the other members of the family. She literally ran out that door.
Oh. Caught her, huh?
And I actually was in Nashville doing another medium with another event, and the one who was having the event. And all the enemies got all upset because this guy was literally swearing at this other woman. I said, "I'm not going to be peachy cream. If the spirit tells me the language that they want to have it into, then you know what? I'm going to give it to them."
That's right.
What
we don't
does
censor
the
spirit.
who wore a beautiful crescent like moon type thing with a small diamond in it that is giving you a lot of blessings?
I don't know. Maybe my grandmother.
Okay. She is very proud of who you are. Okay.
I took after her. She had
Yeah.
the ability
Did she wear
to.
a scarf?
I believe she did, yes.
Okay. Boy, could she complain.
Well, she was Jewish and from Brooklyn. So
Oh, okay.
I think that
She's
That'll-
allowed
that
to say
isn't
that because
everything.
it's family.
I
okay?
say that because it's family.
That's right.
No nasty emails on that.
Send it to
No.
me.
That's
I
the whole
got-
reason. That's my excuse.
I got an email one day from I met some people down at Market Basket, and my heart went out to them because they're heroin addicts and they're really happy with it. And I got home and I read on my email that how it's a douchebag and all this other stuff, and the whole, you know who you are, you want to tell the whole world. So here I am, folks. I'm telling you, And so I wrote back to him instead of putting it with an argument. I wrote back, "Thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. That you always be blessed and have a wonderful day. However, I would suggest that you look the word up and see what it truly means."
Right.
And
Do
I
we-
haven't heard of that.
Did we have a call or not?
Oh.
I know we're almost out of time, but I thought it lit up, but maybe it was.
Yeah, it's on hold. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air. Hello.
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 Hi, Mary.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you,
doing?
Mary?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Did you get your new car?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I
Nice.
got it.
Oh.
Right now, I'm now over here on Hookshit. Had a cruising night.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Right. Well, we're going to come to show it off to us.
Right. I want to see it.
I know everybody would awe because they said, "Mary, where's your pet caddy?"
Yeah. Now we gotta.
Oh.
Now you gotta come to my house and give me a ride. She had a big
yeah.
red Cadillac.
Yeah.
At the time.
Oh, wow.
She's one that makes the beans. She's a little old lady from Pasadena. You know that song there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, so how you feeling?
I could be feeling better.
Yeah.
I still got. I'm getting the shake. I don't know where that's coming in from.
You probably need something to eat.
Huh?
Have you eaten yet today?
Yeah, I'm just getting the shakes. I don't know what the heck it is.
Get some orange juice.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck it is. It's what the shakes are coming in from now.
Okay. Well, then what I want you to do is when you get home and call me and let me know how you are, or I'm going to call you.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay?
Alrighty, we'll take when I get home.
Alrighty.
Worried.
We'll talk to you in a bit then.
Alrighty.
Yep.
All right. Bye, Mary.
Bye-bye, Mary.
Catch you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I've known her for not many. Of course, I'm only 34, but I've known her for. Okay, I've also known her for a long time
Right.
in college. She was my bodyguard. Seriously,
Really?
I could go start a fight. She'd beat him up for me.
Oh, way to
Well,
go.
I was too delicate. You know. But anyway, folks, okay, we got time to next week. We got Jared Powers. I'm gonna have to let him know.
Yep.
And then you want to do a quick synopsis, and we'll close up.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget to avoid.
Yep. Real quick before we do that, I just want to remind everybody that this Saturday I will be at the 1-year anniversary celebration open house and psychic fair at Light Upon the Lotus in Merrimack. It's at 640 DW Highway, Suite 206, and it shares the parking lot with Axel's Ice Cream. So if you know where that is, then you know where we are. There will be 4 readers there and several interactive talks and demos throughout the day. There's also a raffle, and half of all the proceeds go to Liberty House here in Manchester to help support our veterans. So if you guys can come and help us support the veterans, we would appreciate it. And now, so as Norm said, next week, Jared Powers, This Frog, will be on. And you all want to see somebody who can out-talk Norm in a positive and happy way. You will be surprised. Plus, he's an amazing artist, digital art and nature photography. And then on August 17th, Wanda Martin Van Norden from the Manchester Animal Shelter will be on to tell us what the animal shelter needs in front of our event on the 26th.
Oh no, she's a
Oh,
jewelry
great.
maker.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Like,
I
Wanda
was-
makes jewelry.
Oh,
She's
right, I'm
awesome.
looking at Carol.
You know what
Wanda
she-
Horse.
Wanda made
Yeah,
this.
see,
Did
I
she?
messed up.
Wanda made this for me.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
from Laconia.
She's right. I'm sorry. I apologize, Wanda. I'm messing up my names. So Wanda will be on, and Bob White Bear Olson will be on.
Yep. Health-wise, yeah.
He's got his flutes and his CDs. He's amazing. On the 24th, we have Danger T. On the 31st, we have Karen Tibbetts. On September 7th, we have Bill and Lisa Spinney of Strike Back Against Cancer coming on to talk about Erica's Run, a benefit that they put on every year in honor of their daughter who lost her battle with cancer to help support other people who are battling.
We gotta go.
And
By
what
the way,
else?
and it was a pleasure. If you
Thank
anytime,
you.
know what? Even if we have other guests, let me know if you want to come on, and
Bring it
you're
on.
more than
I'm
you're
so
more than
happy
welcome.
to be here.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, you want to don't feel. You just say, Norm, do we have space? Can I come on? And that's what I'm going to say yes. Okay, unless I have 2 on, then I know. But thank you for being on.
Thank you
you.
so much.
Really, one of the folks, she's real. She connected with my daughter. She's really real, and I always wondered. You just gave me so much peace, and I want to thank you for that.
Absolutely.
And she's going to be at the event on October 22nd at Schubert. What is it called?
Unitarian
Oh, there
Universalist
we go.
Church on
Okay.
Union Street.
And folks, we'll see you all next week. And remember, every day you are the winner.
Yes.
Well,